Shaun, you've obviously 2 wins from 2. I don't want to say a chance to mix it up, but again, is it going to be a different looking side that we see this weekend that played at Bolton on Saturday?
Yeah, it's going to be slightly different, but the intent will be the same. We've got 24 people in the squad, and I need to see everybody. You know, when it gets, if we do make it to the important rounds, then I'll be very, very ruthless in what's going to win us the game. And I want to see everybody play. I've got 2 talented players making the test debuts for our great country, and I'm excited to see them play. And the team I've selected on Saturday very strong.
Yeah, how important is it to make sure everyone gets a game? Because obviously there's been tournaments in the past where people don't play and they contribute in other ways, but you obviously rate that very highly and very important.
It's really, really important because if we was to make it to quarters and semis, and the weather changes and there's an injury, strange things have happened. So I want everybody fit, ready, hungry, and we're going to contribute to hopefully a win for us. So it's vital that everybody plays, and I want to be fair. It's the right thing to do. I've brought talented players in the squad. I want them all to play.
We've obviously seen Greece a couple of times. I think people are expecting a big result, but what are your sort of assessments of them from what you've seen?
Expect anything. They can play too. The offload. They've got some really, really good players. We've done exactly the same previews on them like we were for Samoa and France and everybody else what we play. So we have our same days, our same days of doing things, and we've done the same on Greece today. And it's we're going to show them the respect they deserve. They've got some really talented players. We just need to have a lot of energy this weekend.
Do you have an idea what your 17 might look like for a quarter-final, or will this game go a long way to shaping it?
This game will go a long way to shaping it, genuinely. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, if it gets to a knockout game, a quarters, a semi, I want to genuinely pick 24 players. I want to make a choice of 24 players. I don't want to write everybody off. I want that decision of mine to be very hard to make, for me to get to 17, and that's why I want to make sure everybody plays.
Presume Cal's out, is he?
Yeah, Cal's out.
Will Kai come in centre then, or is it
He's going to play a couple of positions, Kai. I want to see him play in a few positions this weekend.
We've I've just seen Stuart Pearce leave as we were coming in. Has he been in having a chat with the guys this morning, or was it something completely different?
No, he's been talking to us. He's an impressive Englishman who's very passionate, and we've learned a lot of him. He presented to the group this morning. He was really, really good, and he's got a lot from us as well. He spoke very highly about what he thinks about our camp and how we went about our session today compared to what he's used to.
As you say, there's not many prouder Englishmen. Was he good value getting the lads motivated?
Was he?
Yeah, definitely.
Really good, eh?
Yeah.
How was it during his presence?
No, it was good. Yeah, it was great to get someone of his experience, and he's got the knowledge of representing country at the highest level. So to listen to him and try and get some information out of him and educate us in certain things, it was a really valuable morning for us.
He is known as Psycho.
We showed a video of him this morning.
What do you get from Psycho?
Well, he's a leader, isn't he? That's what he was known for, and that's what his presence was all about. So he gave us some lessons in that, and being part of a team at major tournaments and all things that we all as a group can be part of.
How much are you looking forward to this? You've been watching the first 2 games. What have you made of them?
Yeah, we've been really good. We've done some really good stuff in the first 2 weeks, and we've been really impressed. But we know from what we've been doing in training that's what we can produce. So watching the lads go out and do it's made me hungry to be part of it even more, and I can't wait for Saturday now.
Been itching to get on the field, were you?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you don't play, you're always itching to get out there. So yeah.
I was just thinking, international football, how different is it going to be from week to week rugby for you?
Well,
Super League.
Yeah, it obviously go up a level of intensity, and I've got great players going to be playing alongside me in every single position. So there's nothing that you can miss, because you've got people that can play with you, and then the opposition are obviously going to be trying at an intense level to win for their country as well. Big crowd as well, hopefully on Saturday. So they're all the things I'm looking forward to and hopefully thrive off of.
From a player who plays, how different is it, or do you find where players are playing week to week, the Saints or Wigan, but then they're playing with different players? How do you manage them? Because they're not the same combinations, they're not the same.
No. It's very different. I'm speaking to players and leaving them out of games. I'm speaking to players who never get left out of games, and they always get picked for the club teams. So that's difficult enough. But if you're honest and straight, then they understand what these two players have done for our training sessions and the belief of the squad. They've massively helped us in our first 2 wins, and they're going to help us hopefully this weekend as well, which I'm sure they will. But like exactly like Batch just said, they're used to playing with good players with the club teams, and now it's a step up with the international team. What I've found is in a club session, it could go hour and 10, hour and 15. But when you're doing sessions like with these sort of calibre players, the sessions are very quick and intense to get things very quick, and you can tell that you're coaching the best players in your country, and every training session is really, really enjoyable.
Shaun, is this a game where you find out as much about the players' attitude as much as their ability?
Yeah. I mean, the fact is, Greece have leaked some points, but we're still going to be really respectful. If you don't switch off and you don't show energy, they'll chip on player 2, they'll offload on player 2, and chip on player 3, and it's just anything goes with them. They've got a great kicking game, but we need to make sure that we do what's important to England, what's got us a win against Samoa, got us a win against France. If we do them things, then we can challenge Greece.
Joe, Stuart Fish is a guy that's experienced the highs and lows of tournament football for England football. Did he sort of speak about, obviously, like he scored that penalty in in Euro 96 and missed a penalty in Italia 90 and things like that? Did he speak about the varying emotions and how he dealt with it, or how he dealt with it all?
No, not in particular. It wasn't sort of specific on his experience in major tournaments. He just wanted to give us some ideas from different sports, not even football, the different ways that people that are challenging right at the top of their game and the mentality they've got. So that they were really valuable lessons for us this morning. Yeah,
he's a very humble man.
Yeah,
like when we put his stats up and how many times he played for England and what he's done, and he never mentioned that in his presentation. It was all very humble and very down to earth, and it was one of the best, no question.
When you had a bit of time out of the game, Shaun, you were open about, you immersed yourself in other sports. How important is it for these lads to get people from other sports who've experienced big moments outside of rugby league in and sort of educate the lads, I guess? Yeah,
really important, Aaron, and that's why I want to get. We're going to have other people coming in, and we've had other people in, and it's really important that the players experience that. I've had many chats with Stuart and Zooms with him. And I want the players to understand that there's other ways of learning what's going to make us better at rugby league, and listening to legends like him was so important for us today.
You forged quite a good relationship with England football, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're close with Gareth.
Yeah.
Have you held any talks with him, or will you do the same, vice versa?
Yeah, I spoke to him this morning, Gareth, and over text on a few things, and invited him into any games where we're going to progress in this tournament. So. And Stuart's invited in, and we've got other people that's going to come in and present jerseys, and so I'm very open about getting other people's experiences, and I've asked both Stuart and Paul, the other guy, this morning about what they thought about our environment, how we train, what wasn't very good. And he said another word then. What wasn't very good, and what was really good. Because we want to get better, and thankfully there was nothing what they thought we could improve on.
Just on the team, I noticed you took Sam Tompkins off at half time on Saturday, and then injury with Callum forced your hand a little bit. Will he get a break this week, or have you not decided that yet? Yeah,
Sam's going to get a break this week. He's not, he's got a few things he needs to sort out, and with his body, and he'll be flying for hopefully the quarterfinals.
That Jack Wells will be a full back then.
Yeah, it could be for a bit.
I saw a couple of people with England Rugby Union tracksuits on, and a guy with the Team GB on. Who were they?
They were the S&C guy from badminton, Olympic badminton and hockey.
Who captain then, Shaun?
George Williams. Yeah.
Just on Greece as well. I mean, it's a story in itself, isn't it, where they've come from in terms of being banned from playing and for so long. Just a quick word on what it'll mean for the national game long term to get teams like that coming through eventually.
I think it's really important. You all know how proud I am of our sport and how honest our sport is, and the more people what can see it, when you look at it so far, and the crowds and the people watching it from home, has been immense, and to see Greece in this competition and some of them play what you wouldn't normally see is fantastic. And to play at the ground at Sheffield is a football ground, lots of history itself. It's great what the World Cup have done, you know, getting more eyes on our great sport.
Kai, excited to go this week after obviously waiting for the first few games?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. You know, I almost couldn't believe my eyes when I first found out I was playing, and it just put a weird feeling in my belly. You know, it's something growing up, you know, watching the TV and you want to play for your country. It's sort of an aspiration I'm sure any sportsman has to be able to represent their country one day. And yeah, you know, it's hard to explain how I'm feeling, but I'm very, very excited to get on and show Shaun what I can do.
Yeah, it's been growing in the last few weeks. Obviously, while missing the first 2 games, it's been growing like excitement and building anticipation. What's going to feel like being in the World Cup? 100%.
Yeah, you know, you're watching more and more of the games and how intense and how, you know, high level the matches are as well, and especially the performances that we're putting into. You know, putting some good points, some good tries, and having some great games against some very strong teams as well. So for me, it's just adding to that. You know, I don't want anything to drop, any level to drop. I want to, you know, add what I can to the game and do the best I can.
With some of the performances so far from England, there's a bit of pressure coming in, or is something you're embracing coming into this side at the moment?
No, I'll say something I'm embracing. You know, training with the boys week in, week out, you sort of have that trust in each other. You know, I feel like this year there's a very strong group, you know, a lot of good culture around the team as well, and I think, you know, you can only add, and I think the boys inside and outside of me can, you know, put their trust in me, same way I can put my trust in them. And yeah, I wouldn't say much pressure, I just want to add everything I can to the game.
Of course, Shaun was at Wigan for a long time. A lot of players you play with would have worked with him. So being coached by him with England, is that exactly what you'd expect, or is it something different or more?
No, 100%. You know, with Shaun, he's the most honest guy you can probably meet. He'll tell you exactly how it is, and you know, for those first 2 matches, he told me exactly how it was, and you know, I can't respect that anymore. He's told me I'm going to get my shot this week, and you know, all I can do for him now is do my best and show him what I can do. And yeah, no, it's been good. It's what I expected, really. You know, it's been good sessions, and yeah.
Is that another like motivation to sort of repay Shaun for sort of this opportunity as well?
100%. Yeah, you know, even being given the opportunity, being able to say, you know, I've been named in the 24 squad alone is a massive achievement in my eyes, and you know, it's something that I'm very, very grateful for. And I guess you play well, and that's my way of paying back Shaun for selecting me in the first place.
And your family must be busy at the moment, obviously your brother playing union and yourself representing England. How do they split themselves, making sure they see you both at equal amount of times?
Yeah, no, it's a weird one really, the split, but you know, we're all just together really. You know, we're a tight family, and they're very excited for me. You know, I'm sure I'll have a lot of people coming up all the way from London to come watch me, and you know, making my family proud is something that I thrive off, and that's my sort of motivation and why I play rugby, to be honest. So, you know, it'll be very, very good for me.
You've had 50 tickets, haven't
you? Something like that, around that.
Sure, these 2 guys came through lower level, didn't they? They didn't start at Super League Club.
No, not. I know what you mean. Yeah, not the traditional way.
These are really guys who can provide an example.
Yeah.
For players who are in the Championship and below. You were in League One, weren't you? With Scholars.
Oh, that's my older brother, yeah.
Yeah. Well, players like yourself who've come through, they are brilliant examples of what can be achieved.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there, and it is true. It doesn't matter where you start if you have the ability, and the work ethic is the most important thing. The humble nature is a type of rugby league trait, and have that work ethic what these two have, then you can achieve anything.
Which leads me to Joe signing a new contract at Saints.
You've not bought me coffee yet.
It's not continued.
Were you snatching the pen out of their hands to stay at Saints?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really happy at St Helens, and once we started opening talks about contracts, it was more of a formality than anything else. So yeah, I'm really happy to be staying there.
How do you progress though? You're looking forward to a different environment? Not a new coach, but a new head coach.
Yeah, there's always challenges. This is a challenge I've got to embrace first, and I've got to play well on Saturday to be in Shaun's mind for the quarter-finals. And then when I go back to St Helens, I'll worry about that. But at the moment, my focus
is... You're not going to worry about it.
Yeah, but...
really look forward to it.
Yeah, for a challenge you said, so yeah, I'll worry about this one first and try and impress Shaun.
Shaun, what qualities have these 2 lads shown in the last few weeks while we've been waiting for the chance to come into the team?
In the last few, they've shown me many months and years of good quality, and that's why they're on the 24-man squad. But their attitude, it wasn't an easy conversation, me saying to 2 players what always get picked. I can't emphasise that enough to you how hard that conversation is, because I'm saying to these two, you're not playing our team and they're playing their teams for Wigan and Saints every week. They're the first pick because they're very talented players, and I'm saying you're not in. And these are the reasons why, and the very honest reasons. I think they're both really, really good players, but both their responses, and Mark Sneed, Andy Acker's the same with them, the response is right, you know, well, we need to make training good and make sure they're the best sessions, and we're going to prove that when we get our chance, we're going to get in, and exactly the way it should be, you know. So we have a thought process of a big team, little me, and it's not just about me, it's not about Kai, it's not about Batch, it's about England, and that's what they've done. They've gone out and made our sessions absolute quality, and that's where you end up beating Samoa the way we did. We beat France, not as good, but we beat France, and hopefully, you know, this week, now it's other people's turns, you know. Elliot Whitehead, it's his turn not to play, and he has to make the session better to make sure that these two are shining on Saturday.
Yeah, do these reactions just help to make your job easier and just give you everything you want out of the sort of environment here?
Yeah, it is my job. I can't tell you how enjoyable it is, you know, to coach really good players. Everything's easy, every drill's easy, they're taught better. When we're in meetings, there are lots of encouragement on how we can do things better. And we go out on the field and we practice drills, and everything's about improvement from the players. So I sit back and, you know, these two players are miles better than I was as a player. So I'll let them get on with it. You know, I'd be foolish not to listen to them and crack on.
All good. Any more questions, Ian? Were you going to say
I was just going to ask you, Shaun, now that you're through to the quarters, the pressure's off in a way, isn't it? Do you lift the shackles this week and let your players go out and express themselves a bit more, or do they stick to principles and processes?
Yeah. And I never felt any. I felt a bit of pressure before that Samoa game, because of some of the things you said to me, Ian, about Samoa. Yeah, it is one of them. We've had a really, really tough week last week before the French game planned, and it was very, very physical week. This week has been we've laid off the players a bit on meters in the legs and physicality. So it will be the players will be very fresh this week, and I want them to go out and express themselves, and that's been a message, and they'll back me up on this. That's been a message from day one before we played Samoa in France. The good players, you know, I'll give you a rough game plan, but I want them to play. You know, Batch has been a great player for years, and so has Kai, and so have many in our squad. So I want them to play. You don't feel anchored down with a strict game plan. You know, they're here because they're fantastic players, and this is another chance this Saturday to go out and express themselves.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.